One simple fix that women could make that would really improve their pelvic floor function is improve their core strength. And one of the mistakes that women make is not maintaining neutral spine alignment in core work. So join me on the mat and we'll just do a little example. So come into a knees down plank, fingers spread equally wide, knees about hip distance, shins rooting down, tops the feet rooting down. We're going to get long through the side body. So sort of shrug the shoulders up by the ears, soften the heart, and then zip up through the sides of the waist, drawing the low belly in and up, and then press the ground away. Crown of the head reaches forward. Find a nice three-dimensional breath, making sure that you can feel the pelvic floor move with your breath. So as you inhale, pelvic floor should lengthen and soften a bit. And as you exhale, there's a little tone, pelvic floor draws in and up. And then notice how strong the core is here. Notice how much movement you have in the pelvic floor. And then go into sort of that forward head posture, and you really notice how the core just really lost its strength. The pelvic floor lost its strength. So when you lower down, you're like really relying on the fronts of the shoulders and your plant. And so we really want to start our core work by keeping our spine in that natural alignment. So let's try it and see if it helps. So rooting down, a little shrug of the shoulders up, zip up through the waist, sides of the waist draw back, pubic bone reaches down while pulling the low belly up and in, press the ground away. Soften the heart a bit, roll the heads of the arm bones back. And then deep inhale. And then as you exhale, sides of the waist draw back, keep the head in line with the spine and lower down. So much more strength. And then as you come into your cobra, make sure that you're not jamming the pubic bone down into the ground. Legs stay long, roll the heads of the arm bones back. Press up into your cobra. Exhale back down. To come up through our plank or chaturanga, we want to keep the head in line with the spine. So full breath in. As you exhale, keep that. You can press up a lot more easily than if you're doing one of these. So give that a shot. Maintaining the natural curvature in the spine in all work, unless the goal of that work is something else. So whenever our forward head posture happens, the core cannot work effectively. The breath cannot work effectively. Our pelvic floor cannot work effectively. So whenever you notice it, whenever you notice your tailbone's tucking under, pelvic floor can't work. Whenever you notice you're rounding in the low back and arching, pelvic floor can't work as well. Whenever you notice your shoulders are dumping forward, you know the drill. So that neutral spine alignment in most things, especially core work, unless the exercise calls for something different, and then you adjust. And so doing this in front of a mirror is incredibly helpful. So get a mirror or film yourself and just notice, do you round the shoulders? Are you pressing the ground away so much that you're doing this? This is something I do unless I don't really look at myself in the mirror. So that's why I cue that sides the waist long. So we really want to go side body long, soften the heart, and that gets that thoracic spine rounding out, side of the waist up, then press the ground away. So the serratus is on board, sink the hips, keep that inhale. And as you exhale, lower, keep the head in line with the spine. And to come up, same thing, crown of the head reaches away from the tailbone, neutral spine alignment. Full breath in and full breath out. Inhale, press up. And that makes it so much easier than this. Or in chaturanga, this reaching down. Oh, it's so hard on the heads of the arm bones, all those front of the shoulder muscles. It's really, really difficult. So when you're doing your chaturanga, especially, gaze a bit more forward of something on your mat. So let's go into a nice chaturanga, fingers spread equally wide, tuck the toes. And in your plank pose, I really want you to reach back through the heels, feet about hip distance, quads strong, and glutes not clenched. And then we're gonna go side body long, sides of the waist lift up, press the ground away, look forward and a little bit down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower to the height of the elbows. Inhale, press up. Draw the throat back. Cobra, up and back. Dog. So even here, don't let the head hang. We really want the crown of the head to point toward the hands unless the cueing is different. So sometimes we might want to look back toward the toes or toward the navel. But generally, in order to get the breath to function and the pelvic floor to function, we want nice inline spine. All right, let me know how it goes. Don't forget to kiss your dog.